Hello, Internet. The countdown timer is about to come on. If you're watching this as a replay, go ahead and skip past it. That's totally okay. I could very easily clip that out, but I don't. I keep that in on purpose because if I clip it out, I'll lose the automatic closed captions and the live chat replay. And I know you love the live chat replay. I don't want to take anything away from you. So we will switch to the countdown timer. As always, I'll have a hot mic. You never know what I'll say during the countdown. And to keep you company, I'll kick on some 80s inspired tunes with some awesome synthesizer music. So I hope you enjoy it. Here goes. And I'll switch to the bald spot cam. Bald spot cam. Isn't this music awesome? And now we'll switch to San Fran Syntho with the synthesizer tunes. You know it does, Paul. You know it does. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You remember me. I am Matt Haas. This is the All Things YouTube live show. It's the show where I talk about all things YouTube and what's happening, what's new on the interface, anything that's new or different. I tell you about it, but I not only tell you about it, I show you too. See, that's the difference. Most people just yap about it. No, not me. I will show you. That's what I am all about. I'm here with a new shirt with some new colors in the background. You can't really see Yoshi very well, but I don't know. What do you think? I'm trying out some new things here. Let's see who we have in the chat room. We have Javi's Woodshop, Mark, Lindsay, CNC, Mr. Leonard Davis. See, that's how I used to hear his name, because Leonard shares his name with a AA baseball player. Harneo Media, Love Audio Production. A few others are in here too, I think. Did I skip anyone? Oh, I said Harneo. Oh, Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashirs. Mark, Lindsay, CNC. Yep. Had a couple people twice there. Oh, well. I am glad you're all here. Invite your friends. Bring them in. I got a full list of things to do. And as a special treat, I am going to talk about a question that was posted on Facebook that's YouTube related. And it really is a thought experiment. But hold on. Once we get through this discussion, you'll know more about how YouTube works. And I think it will help you be a better YouTuber. So I'm excited to share with you some insight that I helped someone with. And you really get to understand how YouTube works under the hood, which I think is important. Oh, here we go. We got some insight from Mark. First thing we got to do is order you a new color sense, Matt. I'll send you an affiliate link to one. Okay. Mark's the affiliate link master. I spruced up the affiliate links in the video description. So Mark, if you want to give that a quick look-see and let me know what you think. I'd be interested in your take on my video description and how I've laid out my video links. Anything you see or hear, I've got links to it, to the gear. Anyway. All right. Who's all in the Facebook group? This is a free resource for you. Search these terms on Facebook and click join the group. Great place to ask questions, share your stuff. Anita's New Adventures is here. She says, hi, Matt. Hi, Anita. Glad you're here. Always good to see you. Good. Mike says, I'll give him the once over. Excellent. A few people give me monetary support. Anyone can use this link. This link is also in the video description. Easy, takes your credit card or PayPal, and almost 100% of the funds goes to the creator, so that's extra cool. And you get your name right here. See that? You'll get your name there the whole show, and it'll stay there until someone tips over top of you, so that's a pretty cool thing. I have a Patreon, all things YouTube at Patreon, so patreon.com/allthingsyoutube. Check it out over here. This is the Patreon. And if you don't want to support, consider clicking this follow button right here. That's free for you to do. I post all of the things that are happening to Patreon first publicly, and you'll get to see them if you click that follow button for free. Artfully Blind with Diana is here. Hello. I've been listening but can't follow chat. Okay, excellent. I'm glad to have you follow along. I'll be telling you all kinds of awesome things. So yeah, keep up with it. Christina's here, says, hey, Matt, all caps and an exclamation mark. Hi, Christina. And Sammy Superstar. We have a superstar in the house. Blue is you. Thank you. Thank you. I've been trying different shirt colors because it changes the skin tone, at least perceptually. And I don't know. I think the hot and warm colors aren't, and don't get me started. I'm a freak. New light settings. Yes, I'm trying something new. The blue's still the same, but I have blue lights trailing the closet there and then green. I don't know. We're giving it a whirl. Giving it a whirl. The only thing I don't like is you can't see Yoshi very well because he's green as well. Oh, Mark does not like the green. Okay, hey, you know, I dig it. Give me your feedback. Like it, love it, indifferent. All good. I'll take the feedback, and I appreciate the feedback, whatever it is. Always be straight. Never pull any punches. Tell me like it is. Did you paint the walls green? I took a paint bucket and just splashed it everywhere. Whoops. How'd that come up? I'm a cheapskate. I'm down to 1 Patreon subscriber. Matt, it is. Hey, I'm glad I'm holding on to that last Patreon support. Is the challenge tomorrow? You will get a email Tuesday for the yes challenge. I'm doing a yes challenge, and this means YouTube Essential Skills Challenge. It's video editing, and those that are signed up will get their message tomorrow. All right. Splat. Laughing my A off. Oh, too many years in the army. Spoiled green for me. Yeah, plus Yoshi deserves more respect than that. Mark, you always drop the wise words of wisdoms, good sir. All right. Let's look at some of the Patreon supporters real quick. Top supporters are Jerry Brown from PollyOnceCrafter.com, Harneo Media, Portal Woodworks, Osprey Mama, Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashirs. If you want to become a Patreon supporter, I'll put your stuff up here, shout it out, and you'll make me redo this graphic, which means you can make me do labor. Yes, I'll open up the program and work on it because of you if you support me on Patreon. Don't worry, I won't mind. $1 patrons are Steve Carmichael, Miter Mike's Woodshop, Anna B Workshop, OJ Woodworking Crafts, Javi's Woodshop. He's here with the yellow icon today. Marcel's Workshop, JP Woodwork, The Mad Maker, and Love Audio Production. Not plural, singular. Love Audio Production. Special thanks to Makers Media Network. I'm a proud member of Makers Media Network. Check out more at makersmedianetwork.com. Hashtag not sponsored. Okay. Still there. Yep. All right. Yeah. Hey, Adam's Exploits is here. Hi, Adam's Exploits. Good to see you, my friend. We are just getting ready to jump into it. Oh, I want to share something with you first. Well, everyone knows Thursdays I do a show called Mind Equals Blown over on the Brenda G's Designs channel. I'll drop a link to that later in the show. And Verbose Wednesday is a show I do with my friend Robert Lee. And this was on his Facebook business page is where we stream. Now it's being simulcast to, you guessed it, YouTube. Everyone click this link and choose a set reminder button and then come right back. This is Robert's YouTube channel. It's Robert and my show. We talk video production. He's a video production professional. Isn't that cool? So learn about doing video production professionally and check out our Wednesday show over there on YouTube and hit the red button over there too, please. Yeah, let's send him some traffic. And let's show him that streaming on YouTube is a good idea because it's hard to get traction on the Facebook page. Enjoy. Jax is here with the exclamation mark. Appreciate that. I'm back from the hardware store, ready for YTYT. All things YouTube. Excellent. Glad you're here. Done and done. Hey, thank you, Anita. Yes, here you go. Appreciate that. Hey, Robert and Matt, two geniuses. Well, I don't know about that. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, support the YouTubes, please. I don't know why I'm bouncing my microphone. I'm getting a little loopy. Not feeling the greatest today. Gotta tell you. I don't know if that's coming through on camera or not. I'm delivering you a good show nevertheless because I love me some YouTubes and I love my internet peeps. All my friends, not just internet peeps, you're my friends. Okay. Let's jump in, shall we? All right. This is my News of the Week banner. Anytime you see this banner is when I'm talking about the News of the Week. If you're watching this as a replay, you can scrub the playhead forward and you'll get that little thumbnail, little preview where you're at on the playhead, on the timeline. When you see this little green thing come up, that's when you can stop. Hey, we love you too, Maker238 Deloach. Glad you're here. He says hello to all. I just subbed to Robert's channel. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, our first show is coming up on Wednesday. Thank you, thank you. I'll put that in the chat again for the new folks. My co-host is now going to stream our Wednesday show on his YouTube channel, so I'm encouraging everyone to give him some YouTube loving over there. But come right back. Click that link, choose a set reminder, hit the red button, hit the thumbs up, and come right back here. Don't miss the live show because we're going into the YouTube News of the Week. Okay, let's talk about the YouTube News of the Week. There's a new interface element. And you know, I love me some interface elements, and it's on analytics. I love analytics. There's my analytics poster. Okay, so let's find that. So we'll come over here. And this is kind of a minor thing, but it's still kind of cool. So you go to comments, and then up here, we've always had this little filter, right? And you can take away what's there, and you can add all of these ways to filter the list. So here's everything I haven't responded to yet. Give that a thumbs up there. All right. And okay, what's new and different? There's a new item here. So if I click this turn down menu, see if it'll let me do this. Yes, look. That is new. Set current filters as default. Previously, the I haven't responded was the option you got. It was the only choice. Now, with that set current filters as default item, you can have whatever filters you want, and it will hold that as default. I think that's cool. There's a cool garage band named Interface Element. There you go. There you go. I'm sure there is, Mark. I'm sure there is. The classic streaming option is now 100% gone from the interface. So if you are a streamer, you can only choose this little icon, and this icon appears all over the interface. This go live. That is what you have to use. You can no longer use the classic way of streaming. You have to use this method. So that's the second news item of the week. The streaming classic is gone. Hey, Anita's digging the info. Thanks for letting me know. This next one's kind of cool too. All right. Oh, we got a question. I appreciate any questions. You can ask them throughout the show, and I will answer them. If I do not answer your question, ask it a second time a little while later, because I might have missed it. Where do you go to put the banner on, Matt? I don't know what NTHE, the banner is probably, hit extra character. Where do you go to put the banner on, Matt? I will tell you. It's in a new spot. This is probably a good time to ask because the answer now is different this week than it was 2 weeks ago. So this is a very timely question, Anita. I'm on the YouTube studio and I'm on channel wide. I am not targeted a single video. I have not targeted a single video. You go to customization and right there you have layout, branding, and basic info in these tabs. It defaults to the layout tab, and right there it is. Wait. Nope. Sorry. It's in branding. I thought that was it. Here we go. Banner image. This is a very easy way to find, even though I was on the wrong tab. This is they've really redone this. This was last week's sort of new segment. And you know what? I need to change my banner because there's something I can improve. Look at my banner and see if you can detect what needs to be improved. I'm shouting out my live streams. That's very important. So I do that. I tell what you can expect on the channel. Okay, so I'm doing everything right. It's this over here. This free course, I should put something on the banner sort of directing people down to the free course area. So I'm going to switch out my banner and put a little marketing blurb right here with an arrow pointing to this. The only thing about arrows pointing to this area is when you change the size, it shifts on the graphics. So now this free course is sort of lined up, justified to the PM. And if I rubber band this out a little bit, whoops, I like to get this perfect. Now as perfect as I can get. And see, now it's not over here anymore. So it gets a little wonky, but I want to try and kind of point people down now to that free course. So that's what I'm going to do there. Who is this? A boomer sim pilot? Sup, Piano Man? That looks a lot like Mr. Dave Gatton. Hi, Dave. I'm good. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Green text on a green background. Yeah. I just realized if Matt has any colored blind patrons, his whole show is pink. Okay, another question about the banner. How do you add it on? LOL. Oh, no problem. Go back to YouTube Studio. You go back to customization. Go back to branding. Hit change, and then you pick your image that you want, and you click the button to upload it, and then it will. That's all it takes. It gives you a little preview of what it looks like on a television, on a browser, and on the phone. That's it. Just click the change button. Bada boom, bada bang. Desert Bum Woodworkin is here. Hi, Desert Bum Woodworkin. I love that abbreviation. Do you like short YouTube videos or long? Great question. I like the size. I like the length of the video to be exactly what it needs to be to fit in all of the information in the shortest amount possible. I don't like people who drag things out. I don't like people who use a paragraph to say what can be said in one sentence. Make it the appropriate size. You want it, the length of your video, to be such that people will watch the entire video the whole way through. On average, you want as many people watching it the whole way through. If it's 6 minutes, it's 6 minutes. If it's 9 minutes, it's 9 minutes. 15 is 15. Doesn't matter. Maker 238 Deloach has a question. How do past 300 subs, man? I've been stuck forever and need your master advice. Did you take my free course? Take my free course and follow the instructions. One overall way you can do that is this. Oh, I took that off the announcement. Doggone it. Why did I do that? See if I can find it. I have a graphic for you. Here we go. This is it. I swear by this. This is really the answer pamphlet. How do you get past 300 subs? This is how you do it. You have, whoops. Let me zoom that up again. You have to do marketing off of YouTube. You have to monitor the average percent viewed and the CTR of every video you publish. Look at it day 3, look at it a week out, look at it 2 weeks out. Every video you publish, you need to go through this routine. And if these are not at the stats shown, if average percent viewed is not on average 50%, and if CTR, which is the click-through rate, if the click-through rate is not greater than or equal to 8%, then you do the techniques to improve those two things. And then you use what you've learned on your next video. If you do this simple thing, you'll get subscribers. Why? Because people will be clicking on your stuff more and people will be watching your videos the whole way through. That combination at these stats, 50% or above, 8% or above, will trigger the YouTube algorithm, and then your stuff's going to show up in search results, your stuff's going to show up in up next, your stuff's going to show up in recommended, your stuff's going to show up, and that's what you need to do. Average percent viewed, there's a technique around this. I have videos on this where you watch the graph. The graph will be there showing you the average percent of people who are watching and who have jumped off. That shows where they abandon your video on the timeline. You just find what you've done before anything substantial happens. If it goes upwards or goes down, you look at what happened before that, and you repeat the good stuff you've done, and you do less of the bad things that you've done. And CTR is all about your thumbnails. Improve your thumbnails. If you're not getting a lot of clicks, make your thumbnails better, make your titles better. This is it. This is the answer freaking pamphlet. And it focuses on the two most important things: average percent viewed and CTR, which those two things combined is another way of saying watch time. You just can't tell someone get more watch time. You have to tell them how to get more watch time. CTR and average percent viewed. That's the answer, Maker 238 Deloach. And yeah, get in my course. It's free. 32 videos are free. You can pay $15 to unlock the 3 premium videos, and there's more premium videos coming, but you don't have to get those unlocked. Take them. They're for free. 32 lessons are free. Go get it. Okay, I was like, where did the old way go? Oh, don't worry about the old way. It's gone. Gone forever. I drag things out. I know, Mark. I know. If you could make your content just 10% shorter. Now, I know you'll do 45-minute videos because your content needs 45 minutes. You're talking about using a complicated piece of software. But still, if you could shave off 10 minutes per video, or not 10% per video, not even 10 minutes, 10% per video, I think I think it would do you a lot of good. Oh, here's some wise words from Mr. Mark Lindsay, CNC. Post consistently, interact with the viewers, promote on all of your social media in every group that won't boot you for promoting, interact with the folks. Yep. Value. Mark's basically saying provide value and marketing everywhere. Yep. Thanks, man. I'll do that. You're the man, Matt. No, you're the man, Ryan. His name's Ryan. I have a question about thumbnails. Does changing a thumbnail affect the analytics at all? Negative. Well, changing the thumbnail, let me rephrase that. Changing the thumbnail does not system-wise, YouTube-wise, do anything bad or good. The change you make will be bad or good, depending if the change you made is bad or good. Gosh, that didn't really come out very well. If you do something awful on your thumbnail and people don't click on it, then your analytics will change for the worse. If you change your thumbnail and it's better and more people click on it, then your analytics will change for the better. But there's nothing in the YouTube system that says, oh, hey, the thumbnail changed, put on the brakes. We're going to stop doing everything we're doing. We're going to stop promoting. That has been proven. People thought that was the case. People thought when you tinkered with your your metadata, your title, your description, your keywords, or you've tinkered with the thumbnail, that somehow that put on the brakes of what YouTube was doing to promote your video and sort of reset the whole YouTube system, and you would have to build back up the momentum. That is false. That is not true. You can change your thumbnail willy-nilly, change it every half hour if you want. The simple fact of doing that will not penalize you. I think that was your question. Agreed, what Mark says. What's the keys to thumbnails? Well, that's a whole other show. That's a whole other show. And I have a whole video about how to do awesome thumbnails for free on allthingsyoutube.com. If you want to kind of go over there, you can. This is allthingsyoutube.com. And to get into the course, click the free preview, sign up for free, and you'll get 32 lessons. And one of them is how to make awesome thumbnails. I break it all down. Tell you, I talk about colors, I talk about fonts, I talk about placement, I talk about I do good thumbnails and do bad thumbnails, and I even featured Maker 238 Deloach. I used some of his. Was it his thumbnails? No, it wasn't. Anyway, you might see some familiar faces in the lesson. Okay. Mark's channel is on fire. Don't change a thing, Mark. Well, that's true. That's true. Maybe play some tunes on a Casio. That might increase your views. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the Casios don't. It's just. So I get that going. That's how audible these things get. Took my watch off. There we go. Put my watch on. This is the same watch they give to astronauts before they strap them to a rocket and blast them off the planet. Casio G-Shock. I need to go back and change some of my old thumb. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Not going to hurt you. Keyboard. Oh, that's my Yamaha keyboard. Yeah, got it. Got it. Yeah. Jeez, I know. And when you're hosting, your mind's in a different mode. It's hard to. Oh, Nia's popping back in. It's a Yamaha. Yeah, it's a Yamaha keyboard. Okay. I still got news. Here, folks. Oh, okay. New news item. Oh, she set up her banner. Look at that. Let's actually see what that looks like. I'm going to jump over on YouTube. I mean, let's open a new window. Oh, there it is. Is this it? There we go. Whoops, I'm not even sharing. Anita's new banner. What do you think, everyone? Okay, congrats on your new banner. And look, PayPal link right there. Boom. Niantic River Woodcrafting with Chris Nealon is here. He says, good evening. Hi, Chris. I'm in the middle of the news. I got 2 more news stories. The third news story is bigger thumbnails cometh in search results. I don't have anything to show you. Do these look like bigger thumbnails? They don't look any bigger to me, but they will soon get even bigger than that. And the thinking is bigger thumbnails might entice people to click more. So you're going to soon see bigger thumbnails in search results on the YouTube interface and also on phones. So keep an eye on that. This does not change any of my recommendations for thumbnails. So if you jump in my course and learn how to make awesome thumbnails, everything still applies. Even though the thumbnails are going to appear a little bit bigger in some situations, that doesn't change the recommendations. Hey, Sammy made a new banner last night. Excellent. See, I love when people get better and better on YouTube. Work it. Work it. Oh, oh. Bigger thumbnails mean bigger hammer to hit with them. Yeah. He's a woodworker. It's in his name. Wood crafting. Final piece of news is audience retention is now coming channel wide. What? It's true. So you're over here on Studio, and you know how you could go into a video and go to analytics of a video and then go to engagement and then get your audience retention report. All right. And see what happened. Like there's a lot of people jumped off right here. So I could see what I did right about there and then not do those things next time. See, that's part of the technique. The news item is now audience retention is coming out of the individual videos and instead going channel wide. So you're going to be able to see a type of graph that's more channel wide, and it's going to be awesome. I can't show you anything because it isn't there yet, but keep an eye on something new happening over here on the dashboard and or channel wide analytics, probably here, probably on the engagement tab. We don't know exactly where it's going to be, but it will be channel wide analytics, and they're going to break out recent videos and they're going to analyze the first 30 seconds because that's sort of like the hook. You got to keep people engaged and, you know, make sure to reaffirm after they've clicked your thumbnail that yes, this actually is the video that they want to watch. And then they're going to cut out sections where the line is flat, where people aren't watching a second time and they're not leaving. That's an important factor. And then spikes upwards are going to be called out and spikes downward are going to be called out. And it's going to be called out across multiple uploads. And you're going to be able to look through all of these highlights in all of these different types of sections and see exactly what you were doing that caused the thing that they're highlighting, either a long level period or a spike upward or a trend downward, or it's going to be awesome. It's going to be freaking awesome. Like that. That is something valuable that has real world impact on making better videos because it affects the two most important things. One is average percent viewed. It speaks exactly to that. I love it. Matt, please read my last comment. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's in my spirit box world and haunted dolls. Oh, was I looking at the wrong banner location? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know if I'm connected to that channel. I'll have to take a look at that then. I'm not going to search for that online now, but I'm glad you got your banner. Glad you got that banner figured out, and I'm glad I could help. I love helping people. I do. I really love, and I love making YouTube better by ensuring better content is on YouTube. Because I really truly think YouTube is the future home of mankind's entertainment and education. I really believe that. Broadcast television. I love my broadcast television peeps who work in broadcast television. I love creative people. I do not like the broadcast television industry. I do not like the radio industry. I do not like the movie industry. I love the peeps. But not a big fan of those places. I'm all for individual creators. No, Jax, you are the best! Exclamation mark. Turn it up to 11. YouTube rules, TV drools. Yeah, it does. Okay. I'm going to talk about how I helped someone earlier today, and this is going to be a thought experiment, and it's going to be really good for everyone listening and watching because it's going to make you understand how YouTube works. But before I do, I wanted to talk about coin-op video games because Javi reminded me earlier when he talked about the coin-operated arcade game Joust. Do you remember that? Yeah. There is a 2-store franchise where these entrepreneurs buy coin-operated video games from the 80s mostly, and they refurbish them and they put them in an arcade, and you can go in for $10 an hour. You can play unlimited pinball and arcade games. I think they have some home consoles there too, which I'm not interested in. But the whole point is you can play Pac-Man, Joust, Galaga, Rampage, the gauntlet. I was gonna say the whole gauntlet. They've got the Dragon's Lair. Anyway, they've got a whole slew of titles. And the town it's in is York, Pennsylvania. Not New York, the state, or New York, the city, but York, Pennsylvania. It's South Central Pennsylvania between Harrisburg and Philly. And that's also the town where they have the really good chili dogs. So here's my plea to the internet. If you're ever in Pennsylvania and you want to eat chili dogs and or play coin-op video games, I've got the best chili, well, I don't want to say the best, one of the best chili dog restaurants in the country, the best I've ever had. And now coin-operated video games. If anyone wants to put that trip together, hook me up or give me a heads up and I'll make it happen. Hey, Artfully Blind with Diana still here? Excellent. Oh, she was here earlier. I'm way up in the chat. Free Play is a bar by me where you can play all the old games for $10 on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, but $5 other. Wow, nice. Robotron is my particular favorite. Yes, it is. Robotron has, I think I was telling Javi this the other day, you have 2 joysticks. One moves the guy, and the other fires. So think about this. You could be going north and be firing south. It's really trippy. It is a hard concept to go. I don't know, because a lot of games, like you shoot where you're heading. Like, you know, you only shoot this way. Not Robotron. You can shoot 360 degrees and walk 360 degrees independently. It's pretty crazy. And my older brother is an Atari 2600 programmer. So he gets these ROMs for the Atari 2600s and rewrites them and makes them better. And he took Robotron and replaced the robots with Daleks from Doctor Who. And he replaced the audio because it was like, destroy all humans. He swapped it out for Doctor Who sakes. It's crazy. Matt, when you come visit me down in Central Florida, you're welcome to play any of the 12,000 plus titles I have on my arcade cabinet. Gotta find a good chili place. Nice. Javi, I'm penciling that in for sure. Okay. Let me talk about this awesome thing that happened. That's genius, Daleks. Yeah, I think he has a YouTube video of the Robotron that he hacked and turned into Daleks. I'll see if I can find that. Maybe play it next show if I can find it. Okay, this is Michael Chipser. Everyone know Michael Chipser? He is a popular woodworker. And he posed this question to me. I'll read it to you. He says, I thought of an app today for all YouTubers out there. Think of Folding at Home. Now, Folding at Home is that app that uses processing power in the background to fold molecules or solve really complex equations that help mankind in some beneficial way. Think of Folding at Home, but for YouTube. Select the channels you want to support, and when you aren't using your computer, it will stream those channels in the background and give all the ad revenue and to the content creator, ... Probably breaking all kinds of rules on YouTube, though. What do you think, Mr. Matt Haas? So he envisioned a program you could run that will tear through the woodworking community, for example, or however you configure it, and just start watching all kinds of videos, giving the creator the watch time. He wants to know what I think of that. Well, yeah, it does break all kinds of YouTube's terms of service. But beyond that, my thoughts are, and now absorb what I'm saying, because this is really going to give you an insight as to what YouTube is doing. By knowing this insight, you can be a better YouTuber, I'm convinced. YouTube, all those analytics YouTube gives you, all those screens and tabs upon tabs, it's all because they're watching what's happening. Let me take that off. They're watching what's happening on the platform. So they know who you are. They know what time you're watching. They know how you've clicked on the video. If you did an up next, or if you came to YouTube by following a link from Google or a link from a website. They know if you're in a playlist. They know how long you are typically in a session. They know all of this. And what YouTube does is they look for patterns that aren't normal. So if a particular user through this app, or if an app controlled a user's account and started doing all kinds of things that were a different behavior pattern, YouTube, without doing any additional programming, will probably identify that as a suspicious view, as suspicious watch time, as a suspicious click-through rate. And they'll probably not count it. Also, if an app like that existed, if an app like this existed, it would also ruin your recommendations. So if I were to come to YouTube like the day after this app watched 20 hours worth of content, well, sure, I'm going to be getting all recommendations from the woodworking community or whatever community I set up. I would not get recommendations from the other interests I have on YouTube, which I have other interests. I watch piano channels. I watch coin-op video game channels. I watch science fiction movie reviews. Like, I have a variety of baseball. I'm a baseball fan. All of those other recommendations would melt away if you used this app and targeted one specific type of content, one specific flavor of videos. So it would totally hose up your recommendations. And finally, if there was a video from Mark Lindsay CNC that I really would want to see, and the app would watch that video in my absence, it wouldn't recommend it to me. So I would probably miss all the new stuff that I would probably want to watch because the app would be pre-watching it for me. And since the whole point of the app is to behave like a real person. So first of all, if this were to work, and if you were to try and say, well, then I don't want to screw my record, I'll just make a throwaway app, a throwaway account, a throwaway channel, and then just use them. Well, that right away is a red flag. So don't do that. So for it to work, there would have to be a lot of sophistication to make the app behave like a real user would behave. Like already, like if you go to Anita's New Adventures and you watch her playlist of 90 videos and you watch that on loop, 1 through 90, then go back, 1 through 90 and go back, 1 through 90 and go back. YouTube's going to automatically know that that's suspicious, and they're only going to count the first time through. So you would have to do a whole lot of programming to really fake it and make it work right. So, and then finally, if this app, if it did exist, which it doesn't, this is just a thought experiment, but if an app like this existed, and the advertisers found out about it, the advertisers would get mad and they would revolt and they might leave the system. And if you start tinkering with the dollars that YouTube is collecting, YouTube will harshly punish that. So it would be way against the terms of service. And I certainly wouldn't want anything to do with it. So that's my thoughts on that. But really, think about it. That's how YouTube is. Every interaction is cataloged on the system. How you watch, when you watch, how you choose what to watch next. All of it is cataloged and analyzed. And if you start doing something different, like if I were to stop not watching my piano videos, not watching my science fiction videos, not watching my baseball videos, and had a 3-day stretch of nothing but one type of videos, that's not a typical Matt Haas behavior. So that's what I'm thinking. That's my response. Oh, Anita's got to jump. Thanks, Anita. Glad I could help you out. Drop a like on your way out if you're still here, which you're probably not. My question would be, how would that app be different from someone loading a video or playlist on a channel and setting autoplay? Both would not give you the intended result. It would not be different. The way Michael described it would be a little more sophisticated. The way he described it is you could load up 100 channels you wanted to give watch time to, and it would jump around between those 100. Where what you've just described, Mark, is just auto playing one particular channel. So that's kind of a difference. Popping off for now. Thanks, Christina. Glad you were able to make some of the show. Easier to just subscribe and watch the videos. If you want to support them, hit the PayPal me or Patreon option. Yep. Typical Matt Haas behavior is frightening. Ain't that the truth? Do not get inside my head. It's a scary place for sure. All right, kiddos. Yep. Hey, Jax is still here. Excellent. All right. I really like that calendar you did. She's in one of my Facebook groups, or a Facebook group I'm in, and she did a cool calendar thing, which I really like. Calendars are cool. Mind Equals Blown. Go ahead and click this link. This is coming up Thursday. Brenda's been giving out free stuff every show, and she's been doing it now for almost 2 months straight. So if you like free stuff, you just have to be present to win. So click the set reminder for that. If you haven't, push the red button and choose the set reminder on this. My new show on Wednesday is on Robert Lee's Shalalala Productions web YouTube channel, new YouTube channel. So click the red button and choose set reminder for my Wednesday show. Are you saying running people's playlists without watching them would not count for watch hours? The first time through it would count. The second time through in rapid succession would not count. They're very wise to that. So for example, if you did all of my project videos on Awesome Wood Things and you watched all 50 of them, and then you went back and watched all 50 of them a second time, it wouldn't count that second time. It would count the first time. It would not count the second time. Too many laughs. LOL. I'd like to share with people that Artfully Blind with Diana did get my written report. I am trying to work on a product that I can sell where I will give you a 20+ page written report of my analysis of your YouTube channel, going in deep across many facets of what you're doing on YouTube. She implemented my suggestions, and she sent me an email today saying that her average percent viewed is now 50% on her uploaded videos, where it was below 50% before. What was it, Diana? It was around 26%, 36%, something like that. Now it's up to 50. Doesn't sound like a huge jump, but that's enough. That's enough to trip the algorithm, and I'm excited. If the click-through rate's there as well, if it's click-through rate's above 8%, it'll trip the algorithm. This was this section here, which there's no link here yet, but there will be. So if you would want a deep dive written analysis that may or may not come with a short Skype session with me where we can one-on-one, I might have news about that product soon. So that's something I'm going to be offering. And thank you, Artfully Blind with Diana, for being the first one through this process. It is true if you run, yeah, I answered that. Yep. My audience retention was always 20 to 40%. Excellent. Yes. She has been reporting 50%. And, you know, the first time through, I mean, it's going to go up even more. I mean, never stop trying to get that number even higher. And she's implementing the techniques that I wrote down for her on her written report. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that it had a substantial positive impact. I know that percentage doesn't seem like a lot, but it's enough. YouTube only needs it to be around 50%. And as long as that click-through rate is there as well, oh baby, then your channel is going to flourish. Like that's what starts. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Well, I mean, hey, but that you can work on that too. We can work on that. It's possible. It's possible. If you publish videos people want to see and they have a compelling thumbnail and a compelling title, that CTR will go up. Absolutely will. You're on your way. This is how you do it, folks. Like, you know, no one turns on a light switch and instantly becomes super successful. It's, you know, getting you pointed in the right direction and making gains. And she's making gains, substantial gains. And I love it. I love it. Okay, so more about that on a future show. If you have any topics for a show, please let me know. I'm easy to get a hold of. Just find me on the interwebs. On Facebook, I'm facebook.com/Matt Haas, no space. And, you know, I've got a website where you can figure out where I'm at. Send me emails. Sign up for my email newsletter. Get in the Facebook group. Join the Patreon. Okay. It's taken me 10 years to get to 21,000 subscribers. Good on you, Mark. Oh, I got a new question before we go. Oh, and Javi's got a few topics. Excellent. Please pass them along. New question. Is it true if you run playlists on mute, will watch hours not count? I have not heard that it will or won't. I don't know the answer. I do not know the answer to that question. Okay, yeah, Javi, hit me up. Hit me up then. I'm going to close out the show, but please, I'm very approachable. And thank you, everyone, for being awesome. I will see you next week. And do click the set reminder button for the show on the 14th. That's not what I want to show. Just turn off your speakers, LOL. My speakers aren't on. I have, let me see. Yeah, automatically mute outputs. My speakers are not on in the. I don't have my headphones in. Okay. Already did. Have a great day, everyone. All right. I've clicked all the buttons. I love click all the things. Oh, I meant Diana. Okay, sorry. Hey, Kilroy's here. Kilroy's Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. Oh, the show is the 12th, not the 14th. Oh, I was looking at the wrong month. Yikes. I will change that. Thank you. I will make that correction. Harneal Media. Do you do proofreading for cash? I have money. Got to sneak in for a sec. Well, drop a like on your way out, good sir. Likes are free. You can give me a like for free. That really helps. Okay, I'm signing off. Take care, everyone. Stay awesome. I love you all.